Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is a different kind of video than I typically make. I'll be recording live audio for a race at Imola, season 21, week 7. And yeah, just live mic race start to finish. I'll cut out the boring bits, but otherwise, let me know if you enjoy this kind of content. And if you do, please feel free to like and subscribe. All right, let's get on to qualifying.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay. We are in split four again, so we're gonna try and just be as safe as we possibly can and no accidents. We're gonna go a little wide and just let this car by. Um, he's getting real close to us, and I don't feel like getting into an incident during qualifying. We're probably gonna let these cars go by too and just let them scrap since it seems like they're content to race in qualifying, and I have no interest in wrecking. It's been a couple races since I've been able to put together a halfway decent qualifying lap, so that's primarily what we're going for here. Right before this, I was able to drop my qualifying pace down to a 1 minute 45-second lap time. So ideally, that's what we would like to see here. The conditions that I was practicing in was 27 degrees and clear. The conditions for this race are 20 degrees, but also clear. So we've got a fast track and a great opportunity
There's a slow car ahead.
for us to be able to make something happen. So looks like there's a little bit of a queue in the final corner here. So we're going to give the car in front just a little bit of
Slow
space
car ahead.
and accelerate out of the final turn. And let's see if we can catch this car in front of us. We are door card 7, and the car in front is door card. Well, the leaderboard is getting all mixed up here. I'll know in just a second. But let's focus on the lap here for a second. Downshifting to second, turn in. Ooh! If you saw that in the rearview mirror, we nearly got rear-ended. All right, focused up. That it was a bit of a scruffy first couple turns, so we're gonna try and clean it up. A little wide there.
There's a
Looks
slow
like
car
that
ahead.
Ferrari had a nice off. So I can already tell that this lap is likely not going to be our lap, but let's see if we can put a banker lap in and see if maybe we'd have something somewhat representative, even if it's not going to be our overall pace. We are still warming the tires up just a little bit. I accidentally upshifted one more time than I meant to there. That's alright, this is just our banker lap. We will hit the brakes, cut this, try not to get too much curb. This Ferrari really doesn't like the curbs. Do that clean enough. I'm thinking this is probably going to be like a 149. A little deep. Oh, we saved it. Barely. Alright. Let's focus up and make this the lap here. That was a scruffy lap at best. Cut this. That was a 146. All right. So let's see what we can do here.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Find our brake mark. Cut that. That was a little more than I wanted. Oh. Hang on to it. Okay. Scruffy. Oh, this is a throwaway lap. Come on. Do we have? Okay. We're going to have enough time for one more lap, so see if we can just make sure that our tires are in the optimal window. Make sure that we get this series of corners correct so that we can nail them during our hot lap. Somehow we're positive on our lap. Oh, that was not good. Alright. Well, we have a second banker lap. Why did I downshift? That was unintentional. I meant to carry second through there. Alright. Full focus this time. I apologize if I'm not speaking much through this lap. That was better. Made up half a second. There we go.
There's a slow car ahead.
Oh,
Be careful.
somehow that worked. That was definitely not ideal.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Alright, somebody had a major off.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Trying to figure out where this yellow flag is, or where this slow car is. We're almost a full second up, so let's see what we can do. A lot of curb. Accelerate out. Come on, this is the lap. Even as scruffy as it was. We are a full second and a half up on our previous best time. Gonna hug the inside here.
Session is done.
Alright. Cross the line to make sure that we don't get in the way of this car. Alright. What is that? Return to the garage. And now we wait. P11. Alright. It's not too bad. We're right in the thick of it, so. Whew, that was a bit of a scruffy lap. Probably had another tenth, or honestly, even half a second. We are going to load our 27 degrees race setup, and since it's 20 degrees, increase the pressures. A little bit of mental math. So typically, 20 degrees, or so I have my setup so that at 27 degrees, my tire temps are ideal in qualifying trim. And then what I do when I go into race trim, I drop 0.3 psi, or 0.2 psi, and then an extra couple psi usually if the, I'm sorry, I drop 2 psi, and then I add however many degrees less than 27 degrees is. So in this case, I dropped 2 psi, but then I need to add 7 since it's 7 degrees colder than 27 degrees. So I increased my tire pressures by 0.5 all the way around. So that should give me an ideal-ish setup, hopefully. At least that's what we go for. So, all right, race start. Let's go. Looks like we're in a field of Ferraris.
Go in double file.
See if we can make this clean. And again, all we really care about is safety rating. We're trying to get out of split 4. I want nothing to do with split 4 anymore. If you've seen my previous video, I had some pretty bad luck around this track so far, and I've had to get my elbows out. So we're going to try and not do that and just be as safe as physically possible. So we're going to have the inside coming into the first sequence of turns, and just hoping to be as clean as we can. So this orange BMW behind us seems to be a bit feisty, so we're gonna try and be as clean as we can, just make sure we're not getting rear-ended by him or anybody else. I always forget how long this straightaway is, but there we go. All right, let's see. Get the miles per hour right.
Green light. Give it
Green
all
light,
again.
let's go. Yeah, that orange BMW's got to run. He had to back out a little bit.
Car on the right.
Yeah. We're going 3 wide into here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Just make sure we're as clean as we can. Leave plenty of room.
Car
We
on
do
the
have a
right.
car on the right. Lift here and make sure we're giving him room. Still have a car on our right, so we're gonna brake just a little early.
Clear on the right.
All right, he went around the outside. Nice. Oh, big pile up. There we go. All right, we made our way through there. Relatively safe and sound. We do have some pretty cool tires here, so we're gonna make sure that we're real careful and braking just a little bit before our typical brake markers until we get about a lap or 2 in. Let's see if we can tag onto the back of these guys. A little scruffy, but not too bad. Making out halfway decent. Ooh, what is that Ferrari doing? It is chucking it up the inside, and we nearly got rear-ended because of it. All right, decent gap behind. Hopefully we don't get taken out like we did in our previous video. Nice and easy. And we're through there safely. There we go. Well, we are 1 lap in, and we've made up 2 positions, so definitely in the right direction so far. We're making a little bit of time on this Ferrari here, so I'm going to make sure that I hit the brakes just a little early because I don't want to rear end him. I'm pretty content to just stay where I'm at right now. We do have, looks like a BMW behind us that's got some pace. So we're going to do, oh, a little wide. All right. And we've sent it off. I thought that BMW was going to rear end me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Rejoined as respectfully as we can. All right, let's lock back in. Lost 3 positions with that ordeal. Tires are just a little bit slick. All right, I've come unlocked. We need to lock back in. Head down. Head down, focus. Downshifted a second, just a touch too early that time. But all right, how are we looking? Tire temps, brakes. Tire temps are the slightest bit low. That's all right. Since we're in race trim, we'd rather them be just a touch low than a touch high. All right. Looks like the green McLaren and the purple Aston are getting into it a little bit. Let's see if that culminates into anything. Oh, I have a cat on my lap. I have a cat on my lap. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna drive with a cat on our lap. This is about as distracting as it gets. Alright, she's laid down. I think we have enough space to be able to do this. Having to hold the steering wheel just a little bit different so I don't accidentally clonk her on the head. This is an adversity. Things we do for our animals. Alright. So we're settling in a little bit. Still in 12th. But overall, not too bad. Got 13 minutes left to go. And honestly, my shoulders are already getting a little bit tired from holding my arms up higher. Alright, where are we at? This is a horrible race pace right now. We've not put a good lap together yet. Okay, 146. Not bad. Let's see what we can do. Alright, we got it turned for turn 1 this time. Not sliding. Turn 2 and 3 go pretty good. Yep, we're 6 tenths, 7 tenths down by the time we get to the end of this straightaway here. Back on the go, lose the rear end a little bit. Looks like we have the Ford behind us. It's ready to join the party. Alright, I can carry more speed through there. That was not very good. Did we get turned? Oh, we got turned. Alright. Ford is flashing us quite a bit here, hopefully. And there goes the cat. Ooh, the cat jumped off of me. All right, we're back locked in with no cat sitting on top of us this time. It's time to chase. Oh, lot of curb. Somehow that was faster. That was a lot of curb. A little late on turn in there. That can be better. However, now that we don't have a cat sitting on us, we are catching these guys. So let's see what we can do here. P13, about halfway through the race now. I let off a little early.
We're halfway through, not over yet.
Need to be a little harder on the brakes there. Alright. I think we've got a proper 145 in us. Won't be this lap since we ran wide. But we've proven that we can do it even with the mistake. Close. 146.1, 146.2. Alright, let's get it for real this time. I looked down to see what gear I was in and almost just threw it away. Carry the brake just a little longer this time. That was nice.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Slow car ahead.
Ooh. I've been there. So what are we? Oh, that must have been a lapped car. So we are still in 12th. I think I can take a little bit wider of a turn in on that. And try and do that next lap. See what we can do here. We're improving as we go. God, I'm just smoking that sausage curb every time. That was scruffy. We lose 3/10. Maybe 4/10 through that. 6/10 through that whole sequence. Alright. See if we can get some of it back. But this car is fishtailing all over the place. I decreased the rear wing by 2 clicks, and ever since then the rear end's just real unstable. But I'm faster, so... Alright. We messed up that. That was definitely not it. Second slower. Alright. What can we do? What can we do? Oh. Didn't smack it as bad. Oh.
There's a slow car ahead.
Alright. We made a position. Here we go. And we can still see the next car up the road. So that's where we set our sights. See if we can get a top 10. We are door card 7, so ideally we'd be looking for 7th or better, but under the circumstances, just trying to be as clean as we can. The only hits to our safety rating so far would just be a couple off tracks, but let's hope to keep it that way. I'm enjoying kind of being in no man's land here. That wasn't too bad. Oops, somebody has a drive-through. Straighten this out, try and tried to float that in a little deeper. It worked, and we're 3/10 plus. No, we are sliding. Alright, we saved it. Not our best. Losing a little bit of time there. We did pull out about a 4-second lead on the car behind us, though. So that's a positive.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Alright, we are coming up to sector 3, so let's see what this is about. Now ideally, Imola has such high curbs, with as many sausage curbs as it has all around the track. The Ferrari is definitely not the ideal choice for a car here. Now, something like the Mercedes or the Aston Martin, honestly, any of the front engine cars would have been significantly better. However, are we about to pass a car? We did. All right, there's a car in the pit lane. We're up into 10th. But back to it. Being that Imola is in Italy, I thought it was only right to... Oh, that was bad. I thought it was only right to give the Ferrari a shot, and especially since the Imola pack came with the Ferrari 488 Evo 2. However, I knew that Ferrari had released, or Assetto Corsa had released the Ferrari 296, so I went ahead and bought that pack as well, because I wanted to see what the newest offering from Ferrari had as far as pace goes and everything like that. And I'd heard good things about it, but I wasn't sure. And I gotta tell you, driving this thing is honestly a joy. And I'm really not much of a Ferrari fan, to be honest.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
If you've watched the first video that I posted where I had test drove all of the cars in the base model of the game, I actually really didn't like the Ferrari much, and I much preferred the McLaren, honestly even the Porsche 911, and specifically the Lamborghini as far as mid-engine cars go, and didn't enjoy the Ferrari too much. However, this 296 is honestly giving the McLaren a run for its money on if it's going to become my new main, and I'm really enjoying it. But I haven't tried the other DLC cars yet, so I'll be giving those a try and posting those in videos as well. We start our final lap in 10th place, and just going to try and make this a clean lap, and I don't know, it'd be kind of cool if we could make it our best lap, but we will see. Off to a great start though. We are half a second up already. Just a little wide, and we lose the half a second. All right, let's keep this together because we have a Honda NSX behind us, and we want to make sure that they don't even have a sniff at throwing something down the inside on the last lap. But they are definitely catching us. So let's
Finish the race.
let us. Oh, that was bad. All right, let's rejoin. That was not intentional. It happened to work out into our favor, but that was not intentional. Alright, so this is his last opportunity, so we're going to make sure that we hug the inside. And he is smart about it. Honestly, props to that driver. I drove the Honda NSX, and as much as I love the car, I couldn't stand it in this game. It was so hard to drive, so props to the driver who just finished right behind us. They really gave us a run for the money, or a run for our money there at the end. So we're gonna pull off and kind of take a breath here for a second. Maybe we'll do a little race recap. So let's see. We go timetable. There's been quite a few people who left. However, I do believe we took 10th place. So I'll throw it up this side. I'll throw it up right in the middle of the screen, what position we took. And I believe it was P10 though. And then our safety rating is that? Yep, P10. There it is. So we took P10 and we had some good racing there. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, safety rating is right here, and our ELO is right here. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. And yeah, if you liked content like this, it's a lot easier for me to make something like this than it is to do the highlight videos. I'll continue to do them, but they probably will change just a little bit because the whole point of this is to broadcast or I guess showcase my journey of being a rookie sim driver to seeing where I can get. And it takes me about 6 hours to edit 2 races. So I can get 2 races done in about an hour and a half. And for it to take 6 hours to edit is a bit difficult. I'd like to be driving a little bit more than that. So you may see more videos like this in the future, but if you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. Comment down below any tips that you have, and I'll see you next time.